Righty ho. So let us proceed to escape. And flint, stones. Oh yeah, let's split up. Where are you going? I forget which one had the British accent, which one had the American accent when I was doing it. I guess Aya had the British accent, yeah. So go check on Mr. Douglas now. Right. Right. I'll be waiting there for you. Kyle, be careful. That was all over the place, but you get the picture. Right, so we're back in Dryfield now. That was the big surprise. And here we see Flint again. But where's he leading us? Right, so we're back in Dryfield. And in between this and the previous episode, I actually had to solve, although I say that, you know, solve. I had to solve this puzzle that, if you might remember in my in the previous part, like I stumbled upon a lever puzzle at the very end, and I actually had to solve that before I could actually open the gate, which led to Dryfield. So I did that kind of off camera. And Bob's your uncle. We're here now, but so this side quest, like I mentioned in the previous part, is crucial for the game's good ending. So this side quest is completely optional. You didn't actually have to come back to Dryfield, but you come back to get some good ending goodies. Oh, I have no ammo. Let's hope I don't get roasted. Right, so Croesus makes short work of these fuckers. See if I can catch him. Right. You dead, motherfucker? Alrighty. Getting excited, getting back into it. Right, okay, so first thing we'll do is we'll go around clearing the areas. Yeah, so we'll clear the areas first. Sorry, just have to check my map. So if we go the other way. Yeah, my apologies. Like I'm really kind of geographically, my mind's not really there today. There should be something here. Oh, it's in the next area. Something will come up here. These guys already. Well, so much for that. Bonus item. Alrighty. That is a nice little surprise. Eau de toilette. Induce berserker. I'm not really sure what that does actually, but we'll see. How are we actually looking in terms of our health? I'm not actually sure. I didn't check properly, but ring a solution. I mean, I might actually just discard this, you know. I can't do that actually, so we don't really need the GPS anymore. But we can't move it, so Can't just use it, can I? I might use an MP thingy. Even though it's kind of a waste, but... What can you do when you have limited inventory space? Right, so... That's the basement. The water tank has some enemies, so we'll check that out. But first, we'll use our belt patch so that we have more space. What does it do when we use it? I don't know. Right. We'll have to do some inventory management in a bit as well, because there's some items that we can just leave in some item box somewhere because we don't really need them. Ah, these guys. Great. And they've got Pierce. Can I just necrosis them? I can't snipe them from here. Right, so I can just fucking kill them. Okay, that guy fell down. I don't know if I get his thingy or not. Pierce, wake up! Wake up! No, don't die on me. No! Except he's not dead. Don't get your hopes up, Aya. Same old Pierce. There, you can see it on your face. Oh, come on, Pierce. Don't be like that. Don't, you know, don't force yourself to appear so tough. Stubborn as always. Whoa, what was that from? It's the key to my SUV. Key to my SUV. Yeah, I think you should stop talking, Pierce. Save your strength. Well, as long as he's safe. Now, let's go and ransack his SUV. So we have his SUV key. Slowly coming back to me now, because as I mentioned, I haven't really played through this game for a while, for a long time, and I'm just kind of getting back into the swing of things with this playthrough. But yeah, I've only really ever completed this game like just under normal conditions, or as speedrunners would call it, any percent, right? But like I've never actually completed this game to any kind of reasonable level of completion. So like I've never actually like 100%ed it or like completed any of the harder difficulties, which, you know, I'd really like to do actually, but like I'm not sure if I'm actually gonna do that in this playthrough anyway. But yeah, you get some pretty cool stuff for completing the game and then completing the subsequent difficulty levels. You get some pretty cool weapons, which I'm sure that if, you know, well, I'll just tell you really, it's one of the things you get is a railgun, which is, if you've ever played Metal Gear Solid 2, it's the weapon that Fortune uses, and it's awesome. It's fucking awesome. There's some other weapons. The more notable one is actually the Gunblade as well from FF8, which is, if you want some entertainment, search up Parasite Eve II Gunblade, and yeah, you'll be in for a very entertaining video. How many of them? Oh, yeah. Okay. We're killing these guys left, right, and center. Okay, you guys are probably gonna die. I think one more shot on the necrosis. There we go. Not the cleanest battle, but I'll take it. Right, so energy, parasite energy wise, like I said last time, I'm not quite decided yet as to what I'm going to get. Because I've already maxed healing. I'm tempted to try out plasma, to be honest, but like, the thing is, the golden rule of, you know, survival horror games, and this isn't really technically, you know, a survival horror game per se, but it's, you know, it has survival horror elements. So like, conservation of resources is a very big part of survival horror games, and so particularly on the first playthrough of this game, you want to be careful with how you're kind of spending your bounty points and your experience. But yeah, let's go upstairs first. These fuckers again. I can actually get all of them, I think. No, short work. Short work. Take that, you fuckers. There's more of them. I'll target the other one. Come on, Io. Right, so how do we get over there again? We can't. Yeah, so how do we get back there? Was there a way to get up there? I can't remember. Oh yeah, there is, of course, yeah, the back way. Right. Necrosis before anything turns ugly. We have another guy. You want to come out of there? You want to say hi? Let's pyro your ass. That should be it. Alrighty. Okay, so let's continue to clear these areas. Actually, playing through this again really kind of emphasizes how important, on the first playthrough at least, like grinding for experience is, because if you don't whoops. If you don't do that, then you're in for a lot of trouble. Like I'm in right now. Cool. Necrosis saves the day again. I'm gonna save it just in case here. Are you kidding me? Just run past these guys. Nice. Yeah, level 3, level 3 necrosis, man. Make short work of everything and everyone. I'm actually like I'm tempted to get plasma actually because my style of play tends to be more aggressive anyway. And now I've got access to a ton of healing items coming back to Dryfield, so I might actually. I'm tempted to also get this as well. So 1,200. Well, let's rank this up, and then we'll see how much is required for the next level. Because if we max out both of these skills, we'll have access to the third water-based skill, which is Life Drain, which is not an essential skill, but it's quite an interesting one, and like it foregoes the whole needing to like heal. So let us get some of this ammo. Let us dump some shit in our car that we don't need, such as this. We'll keep that stuff. Cool. Right. I'll actually go through the store first, but I'm kind of worried that like there'll be a cutscenes trigger or something. But I'm probably being a bit paranoid. So yeah, we need to get to the back streets, as it were. And like coming back here, actually, I've got a flashback of like that one time when I was here, the first time, and like I kept getting killed by those things. Yeah, that was hilarious. Cool. Well, let us quickly. Necrosis there. Necrosis there. Let's not get stung. Nope. No such luck. Oh god. Alright. Well, we're getting quite a bit of MP off of these guys, so it's not too bad. Not a lot, actually. Maybe I'm just being quite conservative, so right. Anyway, how are you guys doing, whoever's watching this? I hope you're having a good day. I mean, I know, like, if you go back to watch like any of my original, like my first few videos on this channel, then like I talk about how I started off streaming actually, but like it turned out to be not that great because my internet connection sucks, so I can't really stream, and besides, like I don't really have an audience to stream to anyway, so yeah, but like I did another side of these videos, these let's plays, was also for me to share some ideas, I guess, you know, like although like recently I haven't been doing so much of that. Right, so how do I get underground? Let's go through the cellar then. Yeah, as you know, or as I mentioned in previous parts, or previous videos I should say, on this channel, like I also have another YouTube channel, Bowjinjin, and on that channel I talked about, well, I shared a lot of ideas on that channel, so that's something I actually was camera angle, come on, there we go. Fuck it. Who cares? Let's just kill them quickly. Yeah, so I had that channel, but like this year, or rather, you know, recently, just a lot of things have happened in my life, and I've had to just do a bit of evaluating, really. and because of that, like I've put less focus. Like I made a lot of videos on my other channel, but like I've stopped making them so much. I'm still open to making them, it's just that, like, yeah, my priorities in life have shifted somewhat, and it's just like, what can I say? Like, I'm not, like, I wouldn't say I'm qualified to say this, but like, I feel that nowadays, like, there's a lot of uncertainty in the world, like, and I don't want that to sound weird, but like, I guess it does kind of sound weird, but at the same time, like, I feel that it's something that perhaps maybe people don't really talk about that much, you know. And again, that might be a function of like the kind of environment I'm in, you know, the kind of society I'm in at the moment, or just my own thoughts, you know, my own biases. But like, I feel that nevertheless, like, it's weird, like, I feel that, like, you know, 2016 and beyond is going to be a very interesting time for the human race in general. You know, again, like, I'm sounding a bit weird here, but like, bear with me, you know, this is another side of me that I wanted to share on these videos, but like, we'll see how it goes, you know, like, at the moment. Yeah, anyway, just to finish what I was saying, okay, so, yeah, we'll have to go through the other way, but like, we have to go to the motel room anyway. Yeah, like, I feel that it's a very scary time for everyone, but it's also a very exciting time, depending on, like, kind of which spiral you're in at the present time, you know. Junkyard. Where do I need to go again? I need to go to the water tower. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, my my map skills are really not that great today. But yeah, either way, you know, I feel that there's a lot of uncertainty in today's world, because a lot of things that we used to rely on that have gotten our parents' generation, you know, like, I'm talking about the baby boomers, really, like the kind of post Second World War peak, like, generations, you know, like when the world was becoming more and more industrialized. Like, a lot of things that were established during that time, you know, like, they were kind of milking it, I guess, you know, people were milking that kind of a lifestyle. But now, because of several things, you know, there's loads of things that go behind this, but like, I'm actually saving, you know, actually, such as, you know, the advent of the internet, you know, Web 2.0, it's almost becoming Web 3.0 now, you know, as time goes on, but nothing. But yeah, maybe I should have, like, saved a different slot, actually. Maybe that wasn't such a good idea. If I thingy it, no, it's going to still read the memory card, so yeah, it's not going to work. Recovery 2. You know what, I might just take it. Just like, I might even use it in a bit. But yeah, so... But yeah, anyway, yeah, a bit long-winded, I'm sorry about that, but like, yeah. But like, but because of, you know, the way that the world is changing, you know, just like, even recently, you know, like, in recent time, that was a nice little counter there. Oops. In recent times, you know, like, the EU referendum has happened, you know, for the UK, which means that the UK is no longer part of the European Union. Which, you know, I was thinking about it, and like, this is the kind of thing I typically talk about on my other channel, which I might still talk about. But like, it's kind of, it's not so timely now, because it's, you know, it's still in the process of happening, you know, it's not quite happened yet, but like, but having said that, you know, yeah, you know, like, again, that's kind of one example of how the world is changing, you know. Things that we used to rely on, you know, over the past few decades are starting to crumble a bit. You know, certain things such as a lot of middle class values and middle class constructs that kept society kind of moving along in a in a kind of like stable fashion are starting to kind of lose that stability about them, and as such, where do I need to go now? I need to go to the SUV, so I have to go through this way again. Yeah, apologies actually, like I've just realised I've taken like a massive loop around, but yeah. And you can view a lot of these changes, you know, like you can view a lot of these changes as being negative, because like change is always, you know, people's reaction, and this is no different from myself, but like, you know, people always have a negative initial reaction to change because like you're losing something that once brought you stability. But once you get over that pain phase where you're kind of worried and like you're depressed and you don't know what the hell is going on in the world or with your own life, then you start to come into a phase where you start to consider what you might have to do, and then from there comes a sort of excitement, because like when things change, like initially we consider like all of the, you know, all of the loss that we have to go through. Ooh, cylinder lipstick. Right, so let's just use this fucking recovery 2. So 50. I think ours is actually better though. No, this is actually better. Got 7 slots. This is 8 though. What does this have though? Quick fire, HP recovery. Yeah, I might keep with this though. So we have lipstick now, which has an interesting resist silence. Add max HP +1. Not all that useful actually, because we already have an armor that prevents silence. In terms of add max MP though, I'm not really sure what that does, so like I'm just gonna quickly Google it if that does is okay. Lipstick E2. The lipstick max, I'm not really sure what that does actually. Oh, you use it to increase. So I might actually just use it unless there's anything. Yeah, I prefer like more MP to be honest. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Hold on a second. Cool. Right, so let's... What was I doing? Mr. Douglas, where the heck is he? I have to go back through to the garage. Yeah, so anyway, my kind of, well actually let's get to a good point here first so I can end this episode. Cool. Yeah, so what I am planning for this channel is just to carry on doing games. I wasn't quite sure if I wanted to carry on doing this, but like, something that is interesting that's happened to me is that like the more that I have had to face like this weird funk that I've been in recently, the more that like what I love shines through, and I think, you know, I don't want to sound pretentious or anything. You know, I don't really think that's the case anyway. But like, when you're forced to have to face like a certain aspect of yourself or your life that isn't very pleasant, what happens is that like you become more clear on what you want out of life. You know, you become more clear with how you want to spend your time, like on a daily basis, really. And you kind of like, for someone like myself anyway, you know, I'm someone who lives in my head a lot, and like I tend to think and overanalyze everything a lot, and that leads to like an experience that's kind of very detached. But anyway, I'm gonna talk to Mr. Douglas first here. Right, let's see your wares then. What do you have? I have a shotgun. I forget which one it was though. So, yeah, I do have that. Right? Or am I just completely... Sorry about this. Yeah, either way, it's a bit too... Flamethrower. Ooh, that does sound good though. Does it use fuel though? I have no idea. I like the flamethrower, honestly. That's something actually I would buy. Don't need ammo for a minute, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna let's have a look here. Whoa. Resist impact, resist paralysis. Yeah. I'm gonna get a pike. SP12. Yeah, I do have that, so that's fine. I have loads of rifle ammo, so I don't need any more. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Now I'm on par with Mr. Carl Madigan. So it seems as though there's nothing really else we can do with Mr. Douglas. Like, that was a bit underwhelming, honestly, but I was hoping he'd say a bit more. But how do we rescue Pierce? How do we rescue him? I think I'll just go back to him. Or was I supposed to do something at SUV? I don't really know, but like I'll go see what he says anyway. If I make a mistake, I'll cut out the footage so that yeah. So right, straight ahead. Yeah, and I just want to play the games that I like, and then hopefully, if you enjoy the games that I like as well, then that'd be a great thing, you know. And I feel that in general, I'm someone who advocates, you know, like living for yourself, in terms of like, in this, you know, going back to what I was saying, you know, in this kind of like crazy world that we live in nowadays, where like, it's also like a thing of like, there's so much choice in the world, right? You know, and there's not so much choice actually, but like, there's so much advice, you know. People like to kind of tell you what you should and shouldn't do in life, and a lot of it is actually, you know, fear-based. So like, you know, they'll tell you like the sensible thing to do is this, you know, because the world is so shaky, you know, everyone's so like yes. How do we rescue him then? He should be safe up here. Oh no, I think we already have rescued him, so we just leave him here. I think, yeah, I'll just save it here just in case. Coolioly. So we can go back to the shelter now. Yeah, sorry, I'm getting distracted. Yeah, this is kind of a weird episode, as you can probably see. It's just like me, just spilling my guts, really. But yeah, I advocate, you know, doing what you love, doing what you enjoy. That's what I meant by live in accordance with yourself. You know, it sounds a bit selfish to a lot of people, and the way that I say it may sound quite selfish as well. But I went the wrong way tonight. How do I go to the driveway from here? Oh yeah, I went the wrong way. Do what you love, you know, even if you suck like me right now. You know, I'm sucking so hard right now. I'm making mistakes. I'm checking the map every few seconds. I'm talking about shit that most people don't really care about. But keep doing what you love, you know, and you'll get better at it. Or at least that's my belief. You know, when you're given the daily decision whether or not to do something that you love versus something that is sensible, obviously you need to use your common sense. You know, like, there are some things that you just have to do, but never fall into the trap of listening to what other people say in terms of advice that they give you, when you know, when in your heart it doesn't, you know, that's not what you want. And sometimes that's a bit difficult. It takes a lot of courage, you know, to be honest. Do I just go up here? I think I do. It takes a lot of courage, because a lot of people will tell you that you're wrong, you know, that you're not being sensible. I went the wrong fucking way. How do I get back to the shelter? Yeah, it's definitely somewhere here. I just need to, like, concentrate a bit. Water hole. Yeah, it must be there. Sorry, I'm really sorry about this. But yeah, I thought at least I'll be candid about things. Yeah, it's here. Should be here, right? Yeah, cool. Right, we're back in the shelter now. Detour over. Okay, so let's find Mr. Carl Madigan. He should be here, right? You know, unless... Oh, I guess he split up. Damn it. And there's more enemies back here.